First written in 1967 as an epic poem, Yo Soy Joaquin is considered by many to be a cornerstone of modern Chicano culture and literature. It speaks to the struggles of the Chicano people having faced in trying to achieve economic justice and equal rights in the U.S., as well as establishing their own identity. It is now bowing at the National Hispanic Cultural Center in dramatic form. Joining us now to tell us more about this stage adaptation of Yo Soy Joaquin is Patricio Trujillo y Fuentes, along with Joseph Washington Jr., who is the Director of Performing Arts at NHCC. First of all, guys, thank you for being here. Patricio, wrapping my mind around this, when I first heard epic poem, I'm thinking, you know, the Odyssey, the Iliad, these huge things. So an epic poem, it's a long form poem. Is that essentially what it is?
I think so. Certainly, Yo Soy Joaquin isn't as long as the Odyssey. We'd probably have a 3-hour play. But it's epic in the sense that it really takes us from the beginning of the Chicano culture, which is at the Aztec culture, all the way to us sitting in this room right now. So epic in the sense that it goes from the beginnings, the Aztecs, all the way through the 500 years of who we are today as Chicanos.
So now, as we were talking before the show, and I think this is fascinating, you have not done quote unquote an adaptation. You haven't changed the verbiage of this. You are dramatizing the entire piece.
Correct.
How do you do that? How do you take a piece of literature, an epic poem, and bring it to the stage?
Well, that's one of the wonderful opportunities as an artist and as an actor is that you get to add your embellishments to it. You don't change the words, but you add a dance, maybe you add a song or 2 songs. In my case, I've added 3 songs. The show opens with an Aztec dance. So really, you get to take those words and you get to infuse yourself with that. Everything you know about theater and acting and staging and lighting, costuming, you get to add all of that. El Teatro Campesino talks about theater in the sense that you start out with a skeleton. And in this case, the skeleton is the words, and then you add the flesh. And in this case, the flesh is what I bring to it as the living theater.
Right. Now, some of the design, and you just mentioned a moment ago that it starts off with an Aztec dance. Speaking of things that you bring to it, you have brought with us this morning a pretty lavish headdress. Let's take a look at this. So you start off the show in this piece, is that right?
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about the symbolism behind this. Why use this at the beginning of the show?
Well, because I start out portraying the Aztecs, because again, that's where we come from. Now, this headdress was worn by Aztec warriors, military men. The common people didn't wear the headdress. And the headdress typically is made of the quetzal feather. And the reason, the symbolism in that is that they get to fly. Birds fly. And the quetzal feather is that metaphor for flying, reaching the heavens. So in my case, I'm not using the quetzal feather because it's a lot, I don't want to do the commercialism. I'm concerned about birds being, you know, harmed. So the feathers that I use are peacock feathers, and they were taken from a bird who shed them. So no animals
were harmed in creating this. All right, so one thing I want to mention about this, so Yo Soy Joaquin is wrapping up the Siembra Latino Theater Festival at NHCC, Joseph. How have things been going? I mean, we're talking almost a year worth of Latino theater.
Well, Siembra Latino Theater, this is the 2nd season of our Siembra Latino Theater, and it has been going very well. The first year we started 14-15 as a theater festival. And basically what has happened is from that time to now, it has just gained so much momentum, and so many people have heard about it, and so many artists and producers or directors have said, this is something that we have been wanting here in Albuquerque and New Mexico for the longest time, and it's finally happening. And we are finding out that there is not a lack of Latino theater plays that are waiting to be produced and presented. So,
and I would imagine it also gives a call to the next generation. We were speaking, you have a collaboration coming up in this next season of Siembra with Working Classroom.
Absolutely.
And so you've got this next generation of Latino artists, theatrical artists, getting ready to bring you your next season and the season after that.
And that's the goal, is to reach the plays that have happened, and those new plays and those new artists, Latino artists and directors and performers, and so that we can pass on that torch at some
Yeah,
point.
that's
And
fantastic.
you know, we're at that age, Patricio. Where,
What, 29 and holding?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. We're
That's how many years we've known each other.
Yeah, right.
20.
Well, we're ready to pass that
pass
torch
the
on
torch.
to the new
Yeah.
Latino performers.
So just very quickly before we lose time, guys, this opens tonight. Yo Soy Joaquin opens
Right.
tonight at the National Hispanic Cultural Center, runs through next Sunday. How do we get tickets?
You can get tickets by going onto the website, www.naccnm.org, or I'm going to get the phone number right here. Call 724-4771 for more information and tickets.
That's right. And ask for David or Maria at the box office. They're very
Yes,
sweet folks. They'll take good
absolutely.
care of you guys. For more information on Yo Soy Joaquin happening at NHCC, head over to casa.com. Break legs. Have a great run at the show.
Thank you, Chad.